Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we're going to be looking at a Plat McCree. If people are enjoying the content, do be sure to like and subscribe. If anyone is looking for coaching themselves, they can join my Discord, which will be in the description below, and my rates are posted there. And with that, let's get on with the review.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Yeah, you're kind of floating in the open there. Floating in the open when you had your Zarya in front of you is a little more okay. You're using her as a body shield, etc. You were a little too far in the open. You think you can close the cover quickly. You can't actually close it that quickly. You're not effectively respecting their sight lines. You were like here, and you're not effectively respecting that. Oh, I don't have my epic pen going. Minor detail. The core group over there can see you, and even if you scoot this way, they can see you for almost a full second as you're scooting this way, and you probably don't even realize that this ash is over here, which means as you scoot this way, so here's their sight line, they can see you basically till you get to here, but this ash, you're standing about here-ish, this ash can see you here, she can see you here. She can see you there. You have to go deeper. You have to get up to like here before this ash can't see you. So that's even longer. So if you take some damage from these guys after your Zarya's closed the angle like this, you can just get hooked, and that's bad. Like you need your Zarya in front of you. You'll never get out. If you get hooked, even if you get bubbled, you'll never get out. But B, it's going to take you longer than you think. So if you take some spam damage from these guys, this Ash can easily get the finish on you, can easily get the dynamite by, even if you get away, but she then gets the dynamite. You are not respecting the fact that she has this separate angle over here. You can't take this. It was okay when your Zarya was in front of you, but once your Zarya left, it was time for you to leave, and you stayed too long. And let's go back to our McCree. That's a Widowmaker. Let's try a McCree. There we go. Okay. I don't love it, but your ride shield's in the way now. Perfect. Good. This is fine. I want to see that roll. I think it was fine.
Don't move.
See you here. Okay. Okay. So that was more for movement than reload. I'm not really convinced that was necessary. You guys actually had, space-wise, pretty good control of this side of the statue. So I'm not convinced that you needed to go, oh, I have half my clip left to roll over to here. Like, if you had no clip left, fine. Or if, hey, they'd seriously threatened over here and they were taking this, fine. But you guys had pretty decent control of this space. Let's go like that, which makes it unhappy. There we go. You're not gonna... Okay. You've won the fight. Yeah, that's fair.
Surrender.
Good.
My ultimate is ready. Saddle up.
I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
You done?
Escort the payload.
I like that you didn't go poke 1v6. You went, nope, I want my Rhine shield for this if I'm poking into that. There's too many of them.
I have found
Double kill.
It's unfortunate that Shulicia popped beat there. Like, really, you didn't need anything more than the shatter. You could have double tapped something to finish it, but your high noon was acceptable. And your high noon was before the beat.
I'm on a roll.
I'm under attack.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Okay, you know hook's on cooldown, so you can sort of do this. Crouch, crouch. You're okay. So this is early. I don't mind you going on a flank like this, but this is early. Your team is back here, and you are now over here. I actually don't mind you going over to here, but you wanted to effectively wait here, and then once your team got to, you know, here-ish, like okay, they're gonna take the fight in a moment, then you can start to crouch walk the rest of the steps from here, and then, you know, and it can be like crouch where you're 3/4 crouch stepping, or even 1/3 crouch stepping, where you're removing some of the footstep noises, and then you'd peek out here and you'd be shooting at backline as their front line was already pushing to engage. As your front lines are meeting, you can be shooting into the back line. You now, they're going to turn and get to take a 4v1 with you. Like, it looks like you're about to open, and that's going to give them a chance to take a 4v1 with you. It's going to give them a chance to chase you down and deal with you. And there's no promise that you can get out. You see your retreat path? You don't have any sort of speed or anything to help you, and your retreat path is all the way back to here if they want to push you. Whereas they can go, oh yeah, we're going to fight you, and we're going to push 2 or 3 of us this way, and we're going to push one person up to here who's going to try and shoot you as you're running out, and my team might be able to expel this one person here, but they might not. This one person isn't like in super danger by being here, etc. So this is way too early of an open. You're exposing yourself. You wanted to be back like here waiting, or you could have rotated up through high ground since you had, since you had more time here before your team was ready to actually take this fight. So this is flanks are fine, but you got to get your flank timings right. And if you're flanking here, you're revealing yourself too early. Yeah, so they're wrong. They should say, forget it. We'll let the cart push a little more. We're going to come deal with you, and then we'll go stop the cart, and it'll be lovely. Because they're already at the point where they only get one team fight before second gets taken. If they lose that team fight anyways. There's no difference to them between where the cart is now and the cart being 5 meters away from the end of second in the big picture. There's a little difference depending on if you do full stop them on second in terms of, or if they do full stop you on second, etc. But big picture, it's worth it for them to give up another 15 meters to come clear you, eliminate you, etc. Okay, that was pretty good. I like how you're bouncing between engagements when they can't effectively, you know, you're recognizing that, okay, this person can't challenge me for the next second and a half, I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to flip back to them. You're not creating a bunch of dead time, but you're also not exposing yourself.
I need healing.
This is a stagger. Yeah, this fight is over. You're just staggering yourself trying to get out here. It was never going to happen. You're not a character with meaningful mobility, and you were in too deep for you to hope to get out. So just reset faster.
It'll take more. Thank you, kind.
Oh, turn it up.
Much obliged. Thank you, kind.
Gonna make you feel better.
Hold on.
I could use some help.
Do something!
Whoa there. Thank you.
Oh, like this poke.
Come here and get stabilized.
Check this out.
Get into position. Fire at will!
too late. Flanks are fine, but this flank was better when your team wasn't there yet, and you could take it. You could take the time to set up. This is, for McCree, going to be a pretty long flank while the action is happening.
Double kill.
I mean, it worked, so I'm not going to be too upset about it, obviously. But in general, that feels like too long of a flank, and you should be expecting to lose teammates while that was happening. Really, the reason why this worked, here, we'll go into it again.
Check this out. Get into position.
Fire at will.
Okay, so you're flanking while your team is already winning the fight. And at this point, the team probably could have won the fight even if you did nothing, or if you played very conservatively. But that's fine. I mean, you're effectively giving them a chance to get back into the fight by giving them a 5v5 window when your team was already up. Your team wasn't up when you started the flank, but they were very close to being so. They'd created a significant advantage with that grav, which they're now following up with the shatter. So yeah, this is one of those things where I don't like this flank while the fight is going on. It's too much downtime. You gave them a window to get back in.
Double
They didn't take advantage of it in time. You shut down an ult. That's great,
triple kill.
but still wrong.
Who's got the hot hand? Thank you, kindly.
Oh, turn it up. I am ready to activate the sound barrier. Let's get you healed up.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I passed this forward.
Tactical visor activated.
Okay.
Let's move it.
I'm extorting the payload.
Kind of out in the middle here. Your cover's a bit far away. And you haven't recognized that Hanzo up there yet.
Thank you. Group up.
See the hog. Why? Why go here? You can change the angle from the right. Okay. There wasn't really shots in those left. It felt like you were shooting at empty space, but okay.
I passed this forward.
Kill the Mahal. Surrender to my will.
Are you gonna flash her or no? Okay.
I need shields.
You can kill the Rhine. Actually, would have been worth it to kill the Rhine there, because if you finish their Rhine, you're going to get eliminated here. Don't kid yourself. But if you make sure that that Rhine goes down, you're denying their team 530 healing support charge. Healing ult, support ult. So you should do that, because you're just going to donate one support and then you're going to reset with the rest of your team. This is wrong. They're not going to find you because it's Plat, but
My ultimate is almost ready.
1 HP. I get it. You think, oh, it's going to be the greatest ult ever, but you're not going to get healed. So you're effectively going to have to do this with 1 HP, and that's just not real.
No. Group up. Much obliged.
Yeah, now you get heals, but now Lucio's pulled some attention to over here in general. They don't necessarily know you're over here, though it sure would be likely. Lucio wouldn't come over here and not be shooting for any other reason. But even if he hadn't done that, even if he was being more credible in shooting and they were thinking, oh, it's just Lucio, it's still putting some eyes in your direction, which is going to make this less effective. Oh, yeah. And
Push on. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Fire at will.
Healing boost.
Thank you, my friend. I hear you.
Get into position.
Causing crusaders!
Double
This will be Doc Rule.
Good.
Thank you. Rest in peace.
I am on fire. Team kill.
Fala tu. Move to the beat.
Surrender to my will. Get into position.
Okay. So
Victory.
overall, pretty good. I like your ability usage. Your positioning needs a little bit of work. But the two things that I'm actually going to get into are recognizing resets. You had one on second there where you just staggered yourself. That's 6-7 seconds lost to your team, etc. And then you effectively staggered yourself. It ended up being okay because Lucio came over and got you, but that was clearly a stagger yourself habit that we saw on third there that is more likely to get punished. You can't expect that to work as you're going up, especially with the situation where you had 1 HP, you had a support come get you, all that bad stuff. You didn't ultimately get punished, but it also didn't do you any good to take that flank because of where the team fight then ended up happening. So there was that, and then the long flank there while the fight's going on. Hey, yeah, it worked out. I get that, but it's not in your best interest. I liked that same flank more when you did it prior. That was better, but it still needed improvement. Your timing on pushing that long flank was wrong. You were very punishable, and you didn't open at the time when they were distracted when you could get the most value. So those are the two things I'd look at here. If anyone else wants coaching, you guys can join the Discord and get coaching there. If you're just here to watch the YouTube comment tent, see, some good Overwatch, etc., that's fine too. But be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.